Sniffy here, and today marks Harrison's 20th anniversary of being introduced to the anime. And in honor of two of my favorite Poke YouTubers, Luap and Starmeister, I will be making a special video for him today. Basically, in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is telling you guys what Pokemon I think Harrison could have possibly caught, and how I think he could have returned if he ended up returning, which he probably won't now, but we can dream. To start the video off, let's go to some edits I made to his current team. First of all, I think his Sneasel would evolve into Weavile while he was traveling for Sinnoh for a bit. And I imagine that he would unlock Mega Evolution and use it on his Blaziken while traveling in Kalos for a while. And now for his new Pokemon. First of all, I think he would get a Greedent from Galar, so he could have a friend for his Miltank to play with. I think he would get a Lucario that hatched from an egg, and it would be a sparring partner for Blaziken until it evolved. I think he would get Reuniclus so he could have a psychic friend for his Hypno. I think he would get an Incineroar that was raised and trained by Houndoom when it was a Litten. Harrison probably won't return in Journeys at this point, like I said at the beginning, but I've thought up of some scenarios I think could have happened if they did end up deciding to have him return earlier in Journeys. Alright, so the first scenario I thought of is he returns and he ends up battling Ash in the Great Class battle, and it's his Lucario versus Ash's Riolu. In the end, he ends up winning, and then it can kind of like start an arc with Ash having a losing streak and him going through a depression arc like he did after Bede. And I like this because Ash didn't lose a lot in Journeys, which I don't really like. I think he should have lost more. I think him losing to a past rival would be great. Another scenario I thought up of is maybe Ash and Go end up going to a festival in Hoenn, and they end up running into Harrison, who is also conveniently in the festival, and him and Ash end up facing each other in the finals, and it's his Mega Blaziken and Houndoom versus Ash's Pikachu and Gengar, and he ends up coming out on top of it, being with the final clash being Pikachu versus Mega Blaziken, and he ends up winning just by a little bit. Another scenario I thought up of is maybe Ash and Go end up going to a festival in Hoenn, and they end up running into Harrison, who is also conveniently in the festival, and him and Ash end up facing each other in the finals, and it's his Mega Blaziken and Houndoom versus Ash's Pikachu and Gengar, and he ends up coming out on top of it, being with the final clash being Pikachu versus Mega Blaziken, and he ends up winning just by a little bit. And the final scenario I thought of is probably my favorite. He ends up battling Ash in the Ultra Cross, and it's a full 6v6 with his Mega Blaziken, his Houndoom, Weavile, Lucario, Flygon, and Reuniclus, and he ends up winning just by a hair. And this will be after Ash unlocks Mega Evolution with his Megacardio. So the final throwdown would be Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario, where Harrison wins just by a bit. Harrison has always been such a cool character to me, and I just don't understand why he hasn't returned in so long. I just think there's so many opportunities with his character if he ended up returning. But yeah, so anyway, happy birthday to Harrison, and thank you to Luap and Starmaster for encouraging me to make this video. They're both awesome Poketubers, and you should subscribe to them both.